Hi there, gorgeous. This is Nicole Elissa. I'm an intuitive love coach for amazing transformational women from all over the world who are committed to their growth, to their transformation, to their success in their love life. And at the end of the day, this is for the woman who will not only never give up on her vision, but will work towards her vision and will manifest it. I'm talking about her vision in love. So if you're watching this video, I know that you have a very special dream and desire in your heart. You know that you want something unique and very special in love. Some women, sometimes like when they email me, they say, it's like, I want the best love in the planet. And I love that because that's totally the vibe that I'm putting out and that I help women from all over the world really achieve because they are committed to their vision, and it's so amazing. So with that being said, I want to help you with this video today, really help you in letting go of attracting the things that are not in your highest good when it comes to love. I want to help you change what you're attracting if what you are attracting right now in your love life is not what you want. Many are really, at home right now, alone with their thoughts and their feelings, and a lot of them might not even be positive. So you're used to going out, spending time with your girlfriends, your friends, your family members, feeling really good about yourself, going out and doing things in the world. And now that maybe you are at home or not in contact with so many people, you are alone with your thoughts. And here's the thing. Thoughts can either be good or bad. They can take you out of the game or they can really move you forward. So I want to share with you something really special today to really help you change what you are attracting. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and there's this bell that you can click on so that you get notifications too, to get access to more of my videos, to know more about them on time. And also watch this video until the very end. The reason for that is because I'm going to explain to you something really interesting. It's fascinating. And it's from my perspective as an intuitive love coach for many years now. Do you know that you have the power to set your eyes on somebody and be so wrapped up in them that energetically you don't release them even though your relationship has ended years ago? Do you also know that you have the power to connect with specific statements or ideas that the world has around love that you don't even like, but you can also make them your own? People are incredibly powerful. Us women, we're so powerful, we're so intuitive, we feel the energy underneath it all. And let me tell you something. It is so common for you to kind of give your power away, even when you think you're protecting yourself, and therefore stopping the flow of the type of men, the type of relationships that you want to come to you. This is key. So I'm going to explain to you why this happens and how you can start to change this today, right? You don't want to give power through your thoughts. And even when you feel like you're protecting yourself from them, you want to know if you're actually creating some sort of alignment to either co-create it or to stop yourself from attracting altogether because somewhere you're still believing that very thing that you don't like. So I'm going to go over two different scenarios today. When you attach to a person, right? And how can that can stop the flow of you attracting the person that is the right fit for you. And at the same time, I'm going to go over when you attach to an idea of scarcity, of pain that makes you resist love or block it even though you really crave it and want it. Okay, so this is a call out to your power and for you to actually start changing things around. So I'm going to start first with the guy. I used to be the type of woman that used to obsess over a guy. I don't like calling it obsessed. I was just like, I'm a double Pisces. Like my sun and my moon is in Pisces. And those memes about Pisces is like, a guy says hi and you're already picturing if you're going to get married with the person. Well, that was me. Right. So I could feel the intensity of emotion that I had towards someone, and I would attach. you know, and to the point where I would sort of, I don't know if it's like I made them the one, or I made them like, oh my gosh, this is the only person. So I had so much power that I would attack, like I would not attack, but interesting choice of words. I would attach to an energy. And basically what would happen is that I would see so many different synchronicities, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like this guy is it. I remember one time I even felt there was this guy that I liked, and I could, like, he was traveling and he lived in the same building. And one morning, like around 2 a.m., I was like, oh, I just feel like he came in. And I can't believe I'm sharing this with you, but this is how much I trust you, right? So here's the thing. I am sure that there's other women here that really connect with this. So basically, I would be like, oh, I think he just came back. Now, this is interesting. I let it go. The next day, the person in front of the building, the security, he was like, oh, this person just came in, and he came in like last night around 2 a.m. And I'm like, like, what? So those were all of the times, right? I had all of the times to be like, oh my gosh, something, no, like it was just me, my intuition, right? But at the same time, I didn't understand that. So in my innocence, in my childlike nature, I would get so hopeful and be like, this person is it. And I mean, how else can you explain that I have this type of connection with somebody? Well, the connection was one-sided. Let's start with that. Number one, the lesson that I learned from this person was actually just to accept somebody and to stop, just overly thinking about somebody, right? So I'm grateful for that lesson, and I did not hook on or stay connected with that energy. But what I do want to say is that there's so many different stories, right, of exes, of ex-lovers, partners, husbands, that you've had, right, that your energy got so connected to them that you are not letting yourself attract something new and different. One time I did a healing and clearing session with my clients when they came here to Panama with me. And what was interesting is that we were kind of like unhooking and disconnecting from all those past partners. And basically, I remember one of my clients, she had actually 5 men reach out to her from different parts in the world. Okay. Some she had blocked, some she had not been in contact for years, but they all found her in different mysterious ways. And they were like, hi, hey, how are you? How's it going? So they actually felt the shift in energy. They felt it somewhere. Sometimes guys like that, they like knowing that they still have a place in your heart and you haven't really moved on, even though it's been years. Some of them were even soulmate connections, right? My client was telling me like, hey, Nicole, I had no idea this was like a soulmate connection. I was like, there you go. Because soulmates can come in for different purposes. It's just that if you don't know what's the purpose of it, right, then you can remain hooked on that energy. So this is where not, really kind of like, what's the word? Like devoting yourself to your process of really understanding what's going on, you can stay stuck in a loop, right? So you have so much power that if you hook onto a person and you don't know how to let them go in your energy, you might have different feelings about it. It's like, oh, this is the person that made me feel the most special. Oh, this is a person where it was like the best with them, even though it was not 100%, but this is the best that I've ever, like experienced for something, and your energy gets hooked on that, okay? So what happens with that is that you're trying to move on in your life. You consciously, this person is not it. They left me this way or this way. I experienced pain with them. Somewhere in your energy is kind of still hopeful. And that is something that needs to be released. Open up, like create space in your field, in your energy, in your heart, to really attract something new. One message that I received today that was really big, and I kept hearing this message, I think I heard it like 3 times today. And it's now that I was about to, it just came to me and it gave me chills. It's like, did you know that the field of energy that you have in your heart, the electromagnetic field, right? Part of your aura and your heart chakra, or however you want to call it, just the electromagnetic field of your heart is bigger than the one that you have in your brain. So what does that mean? Your heart is one of your biggest attraction centers. So if you want to attract different types of people, experiences in your life, you want to first look at your heart chakra. You want to look at your heart. You don't need to call it heart chakra, just your heart. That is a place where you store X amount of men like you have no idea. And when you store all those people in your heart, where is the space for the man that is really like called to be your man? This is something that is really big. Your subconscious might call it just memories, but sometimes it's also heartache. And you feel it when you feel like a pang in your chest. I had an experience once where whenever I would think about an experience, this doesn't even have to do with men or love life. It could just be heartache with family and everything. Whenever I would experience something, I would feel a pang in my chest. It wasn't until I cleared that energy that I started to react in that way, and my energy opened up to something even better. Okay, so this is the power that you have. So if you are in a space right now where you know that you have to let go of, old lovers, ex-partners, you want to create space in your heart and in your field. Remember, if your heart field is open for something new and different, or for a new person, whoosh, you will attract somebody different with a new energy. So we want to first, one of the things that I do with my clients is that I help them release the places where, not only do they have this space in their heart, reserved for this person, even though they know, this doesn't have to be like you are still pining over this person now. It could even look like you being done, energetically done, but somewhere you haven't released them from your heart because you don't know how to, right? So that's where I come in, and I help you release it. This is the power of your energy. This is the power of your feelings and your emotions. This is the power of your memories. It's not like you're going to release a memory, or you're not going to have the memory, but you're going to release the energetic and emotional charge that you have around it, and the statements, the agreements that you've made with it. This is very key. Then I want you to see how powerful this is. You want to open up your energy for something new. Many times you attract the same thing in your love life because you're stuck on an idea about a person and how things are, and how things will be. And let me clarify this. This is me moving into the next section, the other example and the other thing that I was going to say. When I say stuck on an energy, I don't mean like you're like saying, Nicole, this is how things are. No, Nicole, you don't get it. No, like if you're in a place where you're so stuck with the person, then, and you don't want change, then I can't really help you. This is a video for the person who wants the change and who is done, really done. They're like, I don't want the shadow, the shadow, the ghost of this person to haunt my life forever. I want to move forward. Basically, like you shut down, right? Because either your heart is either hoping for that person or so upset because of what that person did. And then this is what I mean. You either you start opening up an online dating profile, and you start meeting men who only maybe want sex, who are only breadcrumbing you, who are not your ideal fit. And the reason for that is because either like your heart is either pining after this person, or you shut down energetically. You're like, no, I don't want to experience this again, or I need to be safe, or somewhere your energy is still, waiting for something to either, karma to get back on this person or something like that. Your stories, your reasons, but more importantly, you don't want it to affect you anymore, right? So the other angle of this is I want you to understand, first of all, that you have the power. And I want to help you release this, really release this, so that your words really have a click. And I'm going to explain to you at the end of the video, why is it that it's not necessarily fully clicking? And why is it that you feel like, oh, Nicole, if I say something, but why is it still not working? It's not that you're not powerful. It's not that you're not powerful. You're really powerful. It's just either you don't know how to connect those energies in your field yet, right? And because other things sometimes So I'm going to explain to you a little bit later on, but I want to go into the other scenario. You can also get hooked on ideas or resist them to such a way where you don't let go, you don't move forward in your life. How many of you grew up with soap operas or telenovelas like I did? All of those stories were whack. Like they were something, like there was always something happening. There was always pain. There was always misery. There was always some sort of story, right? And the interesting thing about this is that many of us see that, and somewhere in your subconscious, you're like, oh my gosh, I do not want that. So you block love from coming in. Many of you consciously want love, but unconsciously you don't want it because you assume that it's going to come with pain. It might have not been a soap opera, but it might have been everywhere around you. It might have been with your parents growing up, and you're like, am I going to experience that? And then you block it out. Or others haven't like a hope and heart to love, but they secretly have these ideas and they keep getting hit like energetically or emotionally, and it's like they keep experiencing pain around it. So somewhere they start building up a resistance. And this is so important about having your own mind, your own heart about something, and your own inner authority about what you're going to create. For me, it was very painful where I remember, this is why I don't recommend for people just to look at the outside world to determine what they can have. And we do this from a very early age. I remember when my mom started to tell me, it's like, people are not going to like you because of your hair. And that was tough. And I was like, no way. I have my own mind, like, yeah, I have my own mind about things. And I'm like, I'm not going to accept that. And then she started saying it more and more and more and more. So it started sinking in because a part of me still wanted to have what she, like valued what my mom said. So I didn't want to make her wrong internally. So what happened was that because I started to accept it more, I started researching so many different studies about what people thought about, like, natural hair, whatever. I was already going in deep. I didn't think so until one day one woman stopped me and said, like, oh, you're pretty for a black girl, like your hair and everything. And I was like, and in that moment, there was like a knowing in me where I was like, no, I've gone, like, not that I've gone too deep, because it's not like I cleared it. But energetically, I also, like, the clearing was to stop agreeing to that, stop fearing that, stop getting angry about that. I had to stop all of my reactive energy that I have around it. That's why I say sometimes when I say people are stuck in an energy, they're not necessarily agreeing to them, or they're not just sad about it, but some people might be angry about it or lash out at it, but they don't want to give it their power, but they're still somewhere energetically agreeing to them, and their hearts are not really open for something different yet. And this is the key, because for me to successfully change the story that I had around my hair and how people saw me and how people, like how men saw me in general, I had to open up my heart. I had to work on my energetic, like, in my heart field, and opening up myself to release something and release all the places in my mind or in my energy or my brain where, like, when I say brain, I mean more like my crown chakra and, also my subconscious mind. I had to release the places where I was agreeing to something. Hey, if an idea is making you miserable, if an idea is making you question yourself, if an idea is making you agree with pain, if an idea is stopping you from moving forward and attracting love in your life, somewhere you are agreeing with it. And that is your power, right? So we don't want to just not agree with it, but we want to release the effect that it has on us. So I invite you during this weeks that we have at home, that you're spending more time with yourself, to work on this, to clear this, to see your own power in action, to start releasing your resistance or fears to love in a way where you're, like safe at home. You can go at your own pace. You can start releasing this at, I hear at your own gusto for some reason. I don't know if that's even like a phrase or not, but it's like you go at your pace and really help you integrate the space of like, not only are you safe and opening up, but you're powerful to attract what you want. And the moment we start to release or clear these things is the moment where you are going to start to see a match of energy. The things that you're saying are going to really sink in, and you're going to start attracting different things, different types of men, different types of relationship. You are going to be free from even karmic cycles, past patterns, etc. So this is my invitation for you. I want to really make this known to you because I created this program, right? It's called Attract Love, Be Attractive and Magnetic from Home. And it's a clearing program where we work over the space of 7 weeks. We've had a couple of calls already. The doors of the program are closing on Thursday. And it's a really magnificent program because we are going to help you clear all the places where you secretly associated love with pain, love with, I hear, torture, love like being hard. You're going to get hurt. These are like the most common big blocks that I see people have. It's like, it's not that the men don't want you. It's not that men just want sex. It's not that with the quarantine people are not focusing, on love life or something like that. Most women, what they fear the most and what makes them stop that flow of men coming in is the belief that they're going to get hurt. Okay. So I don't want you to associate love with hurt. In reality, love is safe. Love is so safe, right? What in reality you can fear is people's egos. So maybe ego is not safe, not fully. Does that make sense? It's like, I invite you to start seeing it as the ego of people and people who are not operating in love, but to actually start seeing love as safe. Okay. Like love is who you are. So if you see love as who you are and you see love as your right, you will start to open up and you will operate with more confidence, with a more open energy, and you will see things really shift around you. So in this program, we start helping you clear the beliefs where you feel like you're going to get hurt, all those secret places where you agree with it. And we're also going to help you really disconnect and release past, lovers, people, experiences, and ideas about yourself. So you can create your own reality. It's a really, 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 really special training where I help you start to unhook from these realities. And these are energies, because I always say it's like, we believe in Wi-Fi, right? We understand that Wi-Fi works. And we don't see it, but we know that it works. The same thing applies when it comes to your love life. You might not see your own energy, or you might not see how your energy is connecting to others or to experiences, but it is connecting. It's the law of attraction. So because you're a powerful being in your own right, like made in the image and likeness of God, of the universe, like, what I'm saying, made in the image and likeness of God and of life. Like you want to know that if your energy is stuck on something, and if your energy is stuck on either a person or a something, either you react to it because you're upset about it or you become numb to it, it's still a reaction and you are not moving. So you keep attracting more of the same. In this program, I'm going to help you release it. And the beautiful thing about this, because it's energy, like I work with people, like even if you missed the first few calls, if you feel called to this, the program is for you. And the program will work. Actually, the energy increases. So because you're already part of the group and in consciousness who said yes to something, so it's going to be great. There's so many amazing bonuses here. You have the opportunity for me to look into your energy and to really assess what is going on for you and help you release it. So it's an amazing opportunity. If you're interested, the link is going to be down there below. There's the option for you to do the group program, and there's also the option for you to have 2 private sessions with me at the same time, and it's at an incredibly discounted rate for the time being. I just wanted to really like support and help the most amount of people possible. And I want to make this really easy for you. So if you're interested, the group version is $560. The private with the 2 private sessions with me is $850. A program like this with me normally would be a bigger amount, but I just wanted to really support you with this. I'm also going to put the link below and a set for you to have a free assessment call with me if you're interested in doing this program, if you have a couple of questions, or if you're interested to work with me privately in one of my bigger programs as well, or private programs. This is so important, and I want to help you. The reason why I wasn't able to share it with you the last couple of weeks more was because I had a thing regarding like with my health where I had to rest, and then something happened with my computer. So I was connected more with my audience through email. So there's also going to be a link below there if you want to be part of my email audience in my community, so you can hear more from me. And this is going to be really good. The reason why a lot of people, even though they say it's like, I am done with something and I'm going to attract something different, and it doesn't happen, it's because their hearts are not open to it. And I know it sounds esoteric, but it's not esoteric. It's not intangible. It is really tangible. Your electromagnetic field, all right, or your aura, it's closed off to something. Your energy is closed off to something in different ways. So the more you release it, you know, and energy can be measured, you start to see things and you feel different. And that's when you, it's not like you don't have the power to do this on your own. It's just that you have too much noise around you in your field, fears, places where you don't know how to fully access your power. So the more you do this type of work, the more you affirm something and it happens, right? Just love is the era where most people give it up to the universe, give it up to God in such a way where they give away their power. You know, remember, like, faith without works is dead, right? So it's not a matter of the universe or God just, you know, like bringing you somebody and that's it. You also want to work in your alignment, and your belief needs to match up what you say so that you receive it. So you see it in spiritual terms, you see it in metaphysical terms, you see it in energetic terms, and you see it in scientific terms too. Like, what we believe, whether you want to call it epigenetics, right? Like, what we believe and what we agree with is it's what we are manifesting in many cases, right? So I want to help you be in line to attract your ideal love life. I'm going to put the link below. You can join immediately, and you will receive within the next 24 hours, if you choose to join now, you know, access to the program. And I'm going to give you a bonus today because I really love this. There's a meditation that I did called to really connect with your heart and really open it up. And it's going to help you start to release more of the attraction that you seek. And it works with the Archangels of Love, with Archangel Channel, and I really love it. So if you are interested in getting this, if you join within the next 24 hours, you're going to get it. And I'm really looking forward to hear your comments. Please share this with your girlfriends. And yeah, I'm thankfully like way better now, and I'm looking forward to connect with you soon. If you have any sorts of requests in regards to videos, material, etc., and how I can support you during this time, please let me know, because the reason why I created this program in specific was because of the situation. Now that people are at home with their ideas and people start to agreeing to collective ideas about love, and a lot of the collective ideas about love are not good, right? So whether you resist it or you agree with it, you don't want to connect with it. You want to have your own vibration in your own field. All right, ladies, it's a pleasure to connect with you, and I'll talk with you soon.